Jeez, of course I have to do that. Hello, everyone, and welcome to a new series on this channel. Welcome to episode 1 of the Seattle Kraken franchise mode here on NHL 21. Thanks for coming along for this episode. Yeah, like I mentioned, brand new series on this channel. Obviously, we just wrapped up Ottawa Senators franchise mode over last Friday. We ended up only winning one cup, so hopefully we win another one here of Seattle. So this is going to be the whole expansion draft experience. Obviously, right, Seattle's not entering the league till next year. So I honestly kind of question doing this simply because people will ask to do it next year, but I probably won't. I'll just say, come watch this one, even though it does make sense why you don't want to watch an old series, but whatever. Excuse me. So we're going to have to do the entire expansion draft thing, the expansion draft, the entry draft. So we're basically starting from scratch back in 2020. For those who just came off of our Sens one, we only did 10 years, as I mentioned. And I think I'm going to do the same for here. Simply because, you know, I played a couple of more years in my Sens franchise mode off camera. I went about 4 years after, over the weekend. And the contracts and everything else just became stupid. Just stupid. I had 85 overalls asking for $9 million. I said, no way in hell you're getting that. So, whatever. So here's our coaching staff. Now, obviously, during our Sens franchise mode, we had Jamal D'Agostini, who was around who started as like a B, and then he B plus, then A minus, and he got to I think an A in his one part of his last year, but then he dropped to an A minus. We start with an A minus here with Mr. Bernard Bellange. Obviously, we have no idea how he's a defensive coach though, so. This is going to be a really weird lineup we're going to have to deal with here, but he's only 51. He's got 2 years left on his contract. So, he's good on the power. He's all right on the power play, but he's good at teaching. So that means if we get young players on this roster, he'll be really good. But apparently, funny enough, he's a defenseman coach, but he's a B defensive, but an A offense. So, don't know what's really going on there. As our associates, we have Francois Boré. Didn't we have a Boré in our NHL, our Sens one as well? We had Francois Boré as our assistant. Francois Boré as our associate. Mario Bidin, probably Italian, as our associate. And then our goalie coach is Dominique Baumgartner. All right. Our AHL coach, Jack Brophy. I should mention, we did set this up over our live stream on the weekend. Or it's at the end of our long live stream that we did over last Sunday, which would have been what? It would have been February 28th. That's when we did. So we set this all up, and I showed the jerseys off for Palm Springs, which is going to be the AHL team for Seattle. I called them the Rattlesnakes, even though there's been rumors that they'll be called the Firebirds. So I just put the Rattlesnakes because I found it online, and I thought that was really cool. I'll show the jerseys and everything once we get players on the team, but that's what we have now. So Jack Brophy is our coach for our AHL squad. I don't really care about the AHL people as well, so whatever. We do not have good scouts. That's not good. We'll have to look at that. But we do have a bigger salary, as you see under me. Look at the max is almost nearly $7 million towards a salary, which is really good because we all know how much problems we had in our last GM mode moving forward. So, you know, signing coaches and all that. The draft class this year, obviously, we are slotted in as the third team. So we have a good chance of getting first overall, which will be Alexi Laffreniere. Not surprisingly, but surprisingly though, EA is only slotted in one generated player, which is a Magnus Hornqvist, who is second overall. Is slotted at the second overall, and he's a defenseman. So I wouldn't mind him. And obviously, you get your Tim Stutz. So I'm not picking this Paul Mayev guy. I've never seen him do anything, especially in that Sens career mode. I never saw him do anything. So I didn't really take a look, but I never noticed him. We also got your Lucas Raymond, Quinton Byfield. Holtz does pretty well in the future, so I wouldn't mind Holtz. Perfetti. Ooh, maybe Cole Perfetti might be good too. So it all just depends on where we get slotted, and we'll figure that all out. So this starting episode, where all we have to do is do the expansion draft, the offseason. And I'm sure we might get maybe a couple of days in, a couple of games in, I should add. So that's what's going on there. We have nothing in the wrecking book, nothing in the edit player. Thing here is no owner mode. I shut it off. I couldn't stand with the owner mode, so that's what we're going with. So advance to expansion draft, that's what we have to do. So they said, well, I figured I'd take a moment to welcome you to the Seattle Kraken franchise. You have a full, plate full with the upcoming expansion draft, but I'll touch base again in a few days before the draft itself, after I get a sense of who the other teams are going to make available. I'm going to guess that's the owner, I guess. So here's the salary cap. Nothing really changes. So don't really care about that. So we are picking second. We're picking second. So Ottawa's moved up to first. Seattle, so we're at second now. Buffalo moved up to third. Really? Wow. Okay, that's big stuff there. So now we're picking second. So we have a good chance to get that defenseman, Hornqvist. So pretty much the decisions you make in the expansion draft tomorrow will decide whether the franchise sinks or swims in its first year. I'll be keeping a close eye on your choices as well, the fans. So with this expansion draft, I think we are going to have to go big. Obviously, we only have 10 years. We can't be sinking for the first 3 years. So we're going to be going big on this expansion draft. And obviously, hey, Alfie, how you doing? I'm doing good. I'm doing good. First episode of the Seattle Kraken franchise, but I'm so fired up for this. So, $81 million, $81.5 million for our salary cap, and there will be some players that we need to re-sign because this game doesn't recognize that players with 1 year left on their contract can't be on the roster or not will not be able to be selected. So it's kind of weird like that. But first, we're going to pick our goalie, and obviously, I think we first have to look at this guy right here, Jacob Markstra. Coming off of a fantastic year of Vancouver, because you're talking about last year. So we are going to be taking him as our starting goalie. That's going to be our first starting goalie. We're going to pick our goalies first here now, just so that we have a sense of what's going on. We now want Ryan Miller would not be bad, but we don't want him. We don't want a starter, so we don't want anything basically above an 82, and we don't want someone who, we don't really want anyways. We have to pick 4 goalies as well. So anything that's backup related, that's an 80. Maybe a fringe starter that would be an 81, 82 would be nice. But there's a lot of people that are here starters. So Malcolm Subban or this Colin DeLea guy would be nice. Malcolm Subban or Colin. I remember Malcolm Subban like NHL like 18 or 19 was just a star if you got him. So you had a 12-9. I'm going to go with Malcolm Subban here. No, I'll go with Colin DeLea as our backup. So there's our backup there from Chicago. I might take a look at something else. So now we want a AHL goalie, which I know there's one here for Buffalo. Yes, I did do a test, so I know who I kind of have an idea for. So Boston has this guy here, Dan Vladar. We're going to have to re-sign him, but he's a high backup, so we'll pick him there. And I believe the other one does come from the New York Islanders. So we'll go down to New York. And then the rest is just all players. New York Islanders. I believe his name's Gibson. Yeah, here he is here. Christopher Gibson. We'll take him in. So there's our goalies. Now, if there's any teams that we might have to switch off with, who knows? Honestly, there's one. I will check with Chicago, though, if there's any players from Chicago that I might want. Doesn't seem like that is the case. All right, so now we're going to get into this. Now that we have our 4 the goalies, let's get right into this. Picking from Anaheim here. Anaheim's got some good players, and obviously I think one thing that I think we should do as a team is kind of go with the younger aspect. Yeah, we could take our Henrik, but look at the contract, 5 years. He'll be 35 by the end of that contract, and we don't want that. We could take Josh Manson, which I wouldn't mind, but once again, we have to say, where would he fit? He'd pick on the third D pairing, which I think that will like great. Danton Heinen. He'd be a top 6 forward. What about Brendan Goulet? Third D pairing. I wouldn't mind that actually. You know what? We'll take Braden Goulet. So he does have an extension, so that'll be good for us. So there it is. Our first player will be our defenseman. This is the big one right here, Taylor Hall. From the Coyotes. I think this will be a good pick as long as he fits on the roster. He fit on the second forward line. He always does. So we're going to bring him in. Taylor Hall, we will have to re-sign him, though, in the offseason as he does not have an extension. Take some of my drink. All right. Buffalo. We're not taking Kyle Opozo's dumb 4-year, $6 million. That's what we do not want. How does the Wayne train sound? Line 2 for the Wayne train. I don't really like that. Michael Frolik, top 6. I don't know. Let's go. What about you? No, you don't. I don't even know if I want to take you. You know what? We'll go with Wayne Simmons here. That's what we'll do. We'll take Wayne Simmons. We'll take the Wayne train. Take him in. Calgary. We could take Mark Giordano, but look at that. 3 years left. 36 years of age. He'll be 39 by the end of his contract. I don't really want that. Now there's 3 players here. Gustafsson, Backlund, Hamonic. Brody is... I don't really think I want Brody, so I might leave him off. But Eric Gustafson would fit on the third B. So once again, we're having trouble with the defense. Michael Backlund would fit on our first line, which I wouldn't mind, but his contract will end at the age of 36, so that's kind of scary. Travis Hamonic will fit on all D pairings. I'm going to take Travis Hamonic here just because I feel like we could do something good with Travis. Carolina. Here's another big one. We could take Dougie Hamilton, who would fit on our top 4 D pairing. Sammy Vanden, we would have to re-sign him, so I don't really think that's a good idea. Niederreiter would fit on our top forward line. That would be a good one, actually. Jake Gardner, 3rd D pairing. And what about Brent Pesce? Because obviously this is a 1 all D pairings. Who do we go? Nino Niederreiter here? He only had 20. He's not really that much of a goal scorer. So if he plays on our top line, that's not really good. I'm going to take Brent Pesce here as a defenseman because I feel like we'll do good with him. Colorado. All right. Jonas Donskoy, top 6. Ian Cole. I don't want to take Ian Cole. Colin Wilson. None of our lines. Matt Calvert. None of the lines. Last of the Mexico, forward line 1. All right. What about Nikita Zadorov as well? Ooh, actually, this might be good. I'm not going to lie. Nikita Zadorov. We'll take Zadorov, and if we do have to get rid of him, because we are loading up on some defense here, we will put Nemestikov in there. All right. Columbus. Gustav Nyquist. Where do you fit? None of the lines. Okay, that's a great start. We have Derek. I don't think Derek Savard or Nudavara would be nice. What about Boone Jenner? Top 6 forward lines. Okay, what about Mikhail Grigorenko? First line. You know what? We'll take that as well. We'll take that. So we're missing a center, though. We do not have a center yet, which ain't all that great, but whatever. Here's a big one right here. Denis Gurianov. Does he fit? Oh, that's not a good pick, then. Radek Faska, top 6. Jason Dickinson would fit on our top forward line. Our top forward line ain't looking all that great, but I'll put him there for sure for right now. I just want to mention that our channel now has a Discord server pinned at the top of the chat right now. Unless you don't see it, is the Discord server. You click on that, you can join it. Detroit is just a mess here. Danny the Kaiser. Patrick Namath. Oh my god, this is a mess. Madison Bowie. You know what? Adam Ernie. Brendan Purlini. I remember when he was going to be good. You know what? We'll go with Madison Bowie as a backup defenseman. So he'll be our 9th defense. But if you don't see it in the chat, down in the description below, you can find it there. All right, Edmonton. Obviously, I don't want any of these. I'm probably going to be looking at either Adam Larson here or Ethan Bear. Adam Larson would fit on our 3rd D pairing. Ethan Bear would fit on none. So I'll take Adam Larson. We're going to have trouble with our defense off the start, but that's going to be the whole problem with us. All right, Florida. We could get Mike Hoffman here. We'd have to resign him, but he does not fit on any of the lines, so it does not work there. Eric Hollow would be the next one, who does also not fit on any of our lines. What about Lucas Wallmark? Why do all like the 80 overalls fit on our top line? Frank Vetrano, top 6. Noel Achari, top 6. I don't like this at all. Brent Connolly, none. You know what? Let's go. Eric Hall fits on that. Okay. Let's go. It sucks that we can't take Mike Hoffman. Let's go with. I'm feeling good about Noel Achari, so let's take Noel Achari there. This is a tough one because even with this expansion draft, I know some of the players that we need to pick up, but some of them we can't because of the what you call it there, the coaching scheme. Dustin Brown, we don't want Dustin Brown. Ben Hutton, your defense, I don't really want you. Well, actually, we might have to go with you. Trevor Lewis fits on the top line. What is this? Why? You know what? We'll take Matt Roy, because that's the only one I can really take here, which kind of sucks, but whatever. All right. Minnesota, I don't want you. I don't want you. What about Jonas Brodin? Please say something. Yes, he could fit on our D pairings, which is nice. We could also take Alex Galchenyuk, apparently, but he does not fit. So we'll take Jonas Brodin. So we're just filling up on defense here. So we're going to be really offensively heavy in the back end of these teams. Edmonton. We could take Joel Edmondson, who could only fit on our 3rd D pairing, apparently. Or we could take Josh Anderson, which we are not because he doesn't do good. We could take Joel Armia, who's a top 6. You know what? I'm going to take Joel Edmondson here. So we'll go with that. Nashville. Michael Grunland, who fits on under the lines. We could take Kyle Turris. His contract's a bit whack, but Kyle Turris would actually be nice. We could also go with a Craig Smith, who fits on the top line. Nick Bonino, who fits on the top 6. We don't have like a second or fourth liner here, which is actually kind of dumb. Let's go Craig Smith. Why not? We also have to watch for our salary cap. All right, New Jersey. We go Travis Zajac. I don't really want that. Miles Wood, nah. Although there is this John Hayden guy, which I wouldn't mind. He will probably just be on our AHL team, so we'll go with John Hayden as well. We still need left wingers too, so this is not going to be good. All right, New York. Ryan Strome would be nice, but we can't take him there. Chris Kreider would be top 6. I might take Chris Kreider. Or we could take Brendan Lemieux, who could fit on our second line. All right, let's take Brendan Lemieux. Why not? All right, Ottawa. I know Ottawa doesn't have that great of players, although there is Anthony Duclair, who fits on none of the lines, which is great. Artem Anisimov fits on our second line as a center. Ooh, that could be nice. There's nothing really else here. Let's go with Anisimov. Why not? So we still have $30 million, and we're nearing the end of the team. We're nearing the end of the... we still have eight more picks, so we're still good. Philadelphia. We could take James Van Riemsdyk, but we don't want him anyways. It looks like Scott Layton might be the best, and he's only a top 6. Tyler Pitlick, top 6 as well. Let's go with Scott Layton. So we're now full of centers. We still need just wingers now and an extra defenseman and an extra forward. That's what we need. All right, Pittsburgh Penguini. All right, let's see. Obviously, we're just looking for forwards. Brian Rust can fit on our third line. Connor Sheary can fit on other lines, and Brandon Tanev would fit on our second line. Let's go with Brian Rust. I feel confident with Brian Rust there. So there it is. There's another right winger. We're still short on left winger, so we're gonna need one here. What about Martin Sorensen? I wouldn't mind him. He fits on the second line. We'd also take Ryan Donato, but let's go with Sorensen so we could fill up our left winger's position. Alrighty. The Blues. We could take Zach Sanford, who would fit on our top line, which would be nice. Or Vince Dunn, who could fit on all D pairings. Let's go with Zach Sanford here. I wouldn't mind that. So that was another winger. Alright, now here's another defenseman here that we should take unless he does not fit. Mikhail Chergachev. There's also Anthony Cirelli to fit on our top line, which I honestly wouldn't mind, actually. Not going to lie. So what do we want? This is a big pick here because they're both going to want big contracts. Cirelli did all right last year, but Sergachev would be nice on the defensive end. Let's go with Sergachev, and we'll kick out... Well, that's our 10th defenseman, so unless we pick something else, it doesn't even matter. All right. Toronto. They are full of defensemen here, unless we want Spezza. I know Pierre Engvall wouldn't be that bad, so if we take him, that wouldn't be bad, because he grows into something, I think. He'd be top 6, though, so I don't know if we want that anyways. Travis Dermott's top 4. Tyson Barrie. You know, let's go with Pierre Engvall. I feel like would be... Pierre Engvall... Remember, we had him in our NHL, or Sens one earlier, so that'd be all right. All right, Washington. Oh, my God. Kovalchuk? You know what? Let's do it. Let's bring Ilya Kovalchuk in just for the joke. So there, we just need basically a right winger here from the Jets, and we'll have to look at our team and see what we can. But they do not have a right winger. Fantastic. Okay. So, we can take Matthew Perreault, who fits on other lines, or we take Adam Lowry, who fits on our top 6 pairing, or Andrew Kopp. What's better? Andrew Kopp. Yeah, all penalty kill lines, line 2, and then this guy's just top 6. Let's go with Adam Lowry. All right, so here's our team, but obviously we still have to pick. We have to figure something out here. We have to get that last right winger, else they're not going to let us leave. So what's a left winger here that we can get? Who could we let go? The Rangers. Okay. I'm happy with all of these, but we could look at. Let's look at the Rangers. Let's look at the Rangers. Let's go look at the Rangers and see if we get someone other than Brendan Lemieux. Because I wouldn't mind Brendan Lemieux, but we could take Jesper Foss, and that evens everything out. But he fits on none of the lines. So now we're in trouble. Because Toronto, right? They don't have any right wingers here. What's their best right winger on this list? Nick Patan. Really, Nick Patan. So now we're in trouble. Now we could do a swap here. Paying Vol for a defenseman and take out that defenseman for Vladislav Nemestikov, I believe. But who would that be? Travis Dermott. Justin Holl? No. Let's go with you know what? Let's go with Justin Holl. Let's go with Justin Holl. So now we have an extra defenseman, but we need to get that right winger back. So now let's look at our defenseman here. And we're going to have to go see who's the worst. Okay, so we have Madison Bowie from the Red Wings. We also have Derek Roy from the LA Kings. So let's look at Bowie here. Let's look at Bowie from the Detroit Red Wings. Because honestly, we could just dump a Detroit Red Wing anyway, so it doesn't even matter. But they also don't have a right winger anyway, so this is great. Their first right winger is Giovanni Smith, who's a top 9. You know what? I might take him and just put him on the AHL team. So there it is. We'll take Giovanni Smith. So here's our team. $22 million left in cap space, which will be good for the free agent signing. And Taylor Hall will be our best player. And also Jacob Markstrom. So here's our goalies. I feel confident with our goalies. So let's finish up this draft, and we'll get into the actual draft where we have the second overall selection. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you're new. This is a brand new series. Once again, we'll be going about 10 years, so it should be about 25 or so episodes once again, just like the Sens one. Because when did we start it? November, right? So we had November. So we had the end of November, so basically December, January, and we finished this at the end of February. So that's like 3 months. So here we go. Alexi Laffreniere. Oh, we also did not stream all that much, so this series might go faster. So obviously we have Alexi Laffreniere. Really, that's going to stop like that. So we have Alexi Laffreniere, who's going number 1. We're going number 2, so it doesn't really matter about Alexi Laffreniere. We still don't know his playing style, though, but I doubt that they are not going to pick him. Magnus Hornqvist is our next best player here. The only thing we really don't know is his personality, but I don't think that really changes much. So overall, I think he might be better than Lafreniere. So Magnus Hornqvist right there. But do we go with someone? I mean, Tim Stützle still needs 2 years. Hornqvist is NHL ready. Lafreniere is NHL ready, but we're not going to take him. I don't think we really need to do draft average. Oh no. Oh, no! I'm not getting screwed over again by the name Ovechkin in this series. I think we just go in with what we got because we're drafting second here. So we don't really have to do interviews because we are drafting second. So here we go. So the expansion draft is behind us, and now we have the core players to build around. Next up is the NHL entry draft. Once it is complete, I'll touch base with you again in a few months to discuss my expectations for the franchise and in you in particular. So Pro Scout don't care. So here we go, the expansion draft. Let's look at... I just want to make sure we are drafting second here because I know I saw it. Yeah, we are. Why are they saying take Vasily Palmerov? He does nothing. Lucas Raymond does at least something at least. So obviously we're overall C for everything because we have no... what you want to call it. So here's our players, and I'll show the jersey. Well, this will only be able to see the home jersey, but I'll show the home and away once we get to the games. But here's our home at least. I made it somewhat close to what I could with the actual jersey, so here they are. Here's the Seattle jersey right here. There's the home. Taylor Hall there in the back. So it looks all right. Nice uniforms as well. We'll see them if we ever reach the cup final at least. The gloves, there's the gloves as well. So there you go. I'll also change up the goalie pads every year, so don't worry about that. And I'll probably do them after this episode. So there you go. So here we go. The NHL expansion draft, entry draft, sorry. Second time I've done that. So we are drafting second, so Ottawa first overall should just pick Alexi Laffreniere. There you go. So from what I learned though, when the game puts in high scouted, created players, they do good, or they are at least high overall when they get drafted. I know if I picked Tim Zuccala, who would be sick by the way, I know he's a 70 overall once he gets drafted. But even though in the game he's placed as a 79 from the start. So, I'm going to pick Hornqvist here as the defenseman. We're actually going to try and trade our defense away here. But Hornqvist will go second. He's NHL ready. He's PK Subban. I don't want this Palmarov guy or Panomarov or whatever you want to say. So let's take Magnus Hornqvist second overall. 77 overall. I will take that. I will take that. He's technically NHL ready, so I might have to toss some NHL players out. But he should be at least all right to go. Sabres, look, I'll show you. They're going to take Zuccala here. 70 overall. I want to see that Palmarov guy. Look, he's a 63, man. He's a 63. That's the Ottawa second pick. And they got Lucas Raymond and Alexi Laffreniere, two solid players. So that's really good. No, I don't want to sit an entire draft. Let's go find a trade, because obviously we should probably dump some defense here, because there won't be some that play in our team. Because look what we have. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's our team right there. That's our team. So Edmonton, Goulet, Zadorov, Roy will not play. And they'll all be in the AHL. So I'm fine with Goulet being... Maybe Zadorov might need to be traded out. I want to kind of keep Edmonton. You know, so we're going to have to make a move here. Probably for Travis Hamonic, because these guys need to play. So let's go with that. So Travis Hamonic, let's see what we can get for Travis Hamonic. Why not? The 7th round selection, Anton Udobin, a fringe starter goalie. 7th round, Terry, which I might take just because we need a... Although, is he a player? Because if he can play in the league, I don't... Chris Terry, you know what? Fine. Let's go. There it is. So Travis Hamonic, that might have been the most lopsided trade I've ever seen in my life. But honestly, I can't care less. Another player that needs to go. Oh, I need the defenseman. Nikita Zadorov. And then we'd have 6 up front. Goulet would seem to be our backup, which would be fine. So Nikita Zadorov, let's see. Halak and some Steen guy. Alright. Honka, which is not that Honka. Connor Ingram. Ainefelt. Ooh, Ainefelt will be a nice goalie there. You know what? We'll take this. Because I know he could be an 83. Hugo Ainefelt. He's still got a couple of years left, so we're still good with him. I might sign him up as our 3rd string goalie, but that's it. So there it is. So there's the defenseman at least. So Hornqvist will probably start in the AHL. So let's just see what's going on here. So Byfield goes to LA. For those who remember, Byfield was at our team for our last year in the Sens. So let's just go to pick 35 now. So we trade our 2nd round pick for Buffalo for another 5th in this draft. You know what? I'm fine with taking that because we need a bunch of picks. So there we go. So we could take Pushnor here or Kabanov. These are all creative players by the game. Let's go with Pushnor because I feel like he's all right. He's a top 6. All right, so he'll definitely be there for sure. We're in the 3rd round here. Ooh, Ryan Francis. Didn't I not have Ryan Francis on the last team? Let's take Ryan Francis. Oh no, I had Ryan Francis on my test Seattle Kraken franchise mode. Okay, 4th round next year for 7th this year. Yeah, whatever. So we have the last pick here in the 4th round from Buffalo. Let's take Rick Bolt. I don't know what he is. Rick Bolt's a top 6. So that's not bad of a pick for the 5th round, to be honest. Or for the 4th round, at least. So we're halfway through the stream now. What do I want here? I probably need the defenseman, eh? Let's take Christopher McInnes. Or Christopher Innes. Top 6 defenseman. Alright, that's not bad. later on in the literally a couple of picks later in the 5th round. Let's go with Taylor Gauthier from in goal. He's a fringe starter, not bad. So that'll be good there for or for our goalies. So we don't need any more goalies. They want me to take this Jacob Dion guy, which I don't know why. But I might take someone else if they have better potential. DJ King, why not? Even though he's probably for a 7th round pick, but whatever. That didn't work. And here's our first out of the 2 7th round picks, because I think we have another one. Let's take the Zubov guy, because that's what the game's telling us. Although I wanted to take Jack Thompson, not going to lie. So let's take Jack Thompson. He's a 7th defenseman, okay. And then we have our last pick here in the draft, and then we'll be off on our way. Ooh, they want, I'll take the goalie, and that's it. So he's a starter, but he's 47. So there's a long way for him to go. But there it is. So there's our pick in this draft. What's going on, XL? No, how you doing? First episode here with Seattle. We had our expansion draft, and now we have to re-sign some players here. We do have the money for it, so we should be all right. So obviously, Hall and Sergachev need to be re-signed. We have $38 million in cap space now, with those trades and all that. So we should be good there. So here we go. Taylor Hall. Kovalchuk does want to come back. Please tell me you just want 1 year. I'm giving you 1 year, mate. I'm sorry. You're going to be washed at the end of this year, to be honest with you. Taylor Hall wants 6 years. Can I bump that down to 5? I'll go down to 5, but that's it, Taylor Hall. All right. Terry does not want to come back, so we basically just got ripped off for that trade. Brendan Lemieux wants to be re-signed, so that's fine with me. Bang, bang. Wayne Simmons, the Wayne train wants to come back. 3 years. I might give you a 2, Wayne. Craig Smith, I'm probably going to go max 2 with you. That's fine with me there. Defenseman, it's just Sergachev, so Sergachev, and then, well, that's not good. He doesn't want to come back. We're just going to advance the day right now. See if everyone wants to resign. There it is, there it is, there it is. All right, we're good. We're good there. So now we have $22 million. Markstrom does not want to come back, which I'm not too really happy about, but Sergachev does. That's not good. I think what I might do is just let him go, and then we re-sign him in the offseason or whatnot, because that's not good where we're at right now with these goalies. So, you know what we'll do? Bye-bye Jacob Markstrom. But what we're going to do, we're going to come back for you. But here's the thing. Now we have all these goalies. They're probably going to be like, no, you have enough goalies. Uh-oh. That's not good. I might have just screwed myself over. But, so we do have to sign Ainefeld. Alnefeld. I think it's Alnefeld. I keep saying Ainefeld, but it's Alnefeld. So what I'll do is I'll pick him up. Or you know what? I'll sit on it right now. I'll sit on it right now. Just wait. So defense-wise, we'll probably won't see Hornqvist in the league as of right now. Although I will sign him to an entry-level deal. So that's one thing. We won't probably see him for the first year at least. But second year for sure, he'll be back. So we've signed all our players. We've let go of Jacob Markstrom because we don't have the money. We do it. No, what am I saying? We do have the money. It's just that he does not want to come back. But what we are going to do here is do this. First things first, even before we can get to maybe picking up someone else, we can pick up Braden Holtby or Matt Murray. Matt Murray, though, has been offered something, so I don't know what he's been offered. So there's some good goalies out here, and I wouldn't mind a Braden Holtby. He did have a down year. Who do you want, Braden Holtby or Markstrom? They're both the same. What do we want? One's cheaper than the other. That's number one. They are nearly identical goalies. Senses. So he's down on senses. I think Holtby is kind of better. Matt Murray's already been offered something, so I don't even know if we should offer him trade or something like that. You know what we'll do? We'll offer Holtby something. I don't think 7 years would be the best for him, so I might lower that to 5, and I'll give him 7 mil for 5 years. I'll give him 7.2, just so we could have a shot at him, right? Okay, so let's look at what we need. I don't think we need much, but we'll definitely need like AHL players, because our team ain't all that great down low. So this our center pairing, our winger pairing, we're fine. Defensemen, we're fine. So we really are fine technically for our team. We just mostly need in the system, right? Yeah. So look, we have Hayden, Pushnor. I'll sign Pushnor because he's on the team. Francis I can't get rid of because he's in Cape Breton. Bolt I can because he's American. So Bolt probably play. Defenseman wise here, can't do DJ King because he's in the AHL. Can't do Jack Thompson because he's in. Oh Jesus! So we need defense massively, and I'll wait for the goalies until if we get Braden Holtby. So we definitely need defensemen. I should write this down on a piece of paper. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we need 4 more defensemen. I gotta write this down. Hang on. Gotta write this down. AHL. 4D. We need 2 right wingers. How many left? We definitely need like 3 left wingers. And how many centers? 2. We're fine with goalies, so I don't have to worry about goalies. So there it is. That's our list. My chair's like turning here, and I'm not really liking it. All right, let's go sign some free agents. We could go big with another free agent, but nah, we'll grow. Like, we could get a Max Stoney if we wanted to. We could get a Dadonov. Oh, never mind. No Dadonov because he does not fit on any of our rosters. So let's go center-wise. We need 2 AHL centers. I'll go affordable, even though we could. No, we don't even need affordable. Probably 2-way for sure. We need 2-way forwards definitely. Oh, this is nice. We do have top 6 in Augsburg, whatever his name is here. Isn't that bad? This guy, Anthony Lewis, wouldn't be that bad either. You know what? Let's go there. Lewis, and also that Douglas guy as well. I'll offer this guy something, just in case he might not. But then our other guy here, Douglas, what is he? Curtis Douglas. I'll offer you something. Curtis Douglas. I swear I've seen him before, but I don't remember. So there is this Mitchell Holshire from the 67s. Yes, it is. All right, so there it is there. We have now 3 left wingers we need. Maximilian, this guy I might look at. I like him. Yanni Tamara, don't know who he is, but I'll pick him up as well. And then, obviously we don't want, oh jeez, I didn't want that. Obviously we don't want like these 78s. Like these guys are going to want to play on the team. Actually, I wouldn't mind like a Zykov here. Quinton Zykov. I'll pick him up. He won't play, but there it is there. All right, now we need 2 right wingers. So let's do the same thing. Well, this guy wouldn't be that bad. Victor Edsel. Victor Edsel. Don't know how to say his name, but there it is there. And another one. Ooh, Baptiste. You know what? I know someone who knows his brother. Or I know someone who knows... No, I know someone who knows Nick Baptiste's brother, who played with Nick Baptiste's brother. And how about that? Facts right there, even though I butchered it hard. Let's go... You know, let's go with Nick Baptiste. Why not? All right, there it is there. Defenseman, how many do we need? We need 4, eh? 4. All right. Nelson, whatever his name is. Here you go. Mikoshin, why not? Belpedo, there he is. Or Belpedo. We'll also take this guy, why not? Because he's a top 4 medium elite, why not? Or not top 4 medium, I should say. And let's go with this. Oh, we already got 4. Well, let's go with this Bergman guy, why not? Why not there? All right, so there's our defenseman there. So we've signed everyone that we needed from the AHL. Now we just have to wait if we hear from Braden Holtby or those other guys. So let's go into next year. All right, he's gone to there. Okay, we're just waiting on Braden Holtby. What is this? Rust and Hole for... No, get out of here. We're waiting to hear from Braden Holtby. There he is. So we got Braden Holtby instead. So we got rid of Markstrom, brought in Braden Holtby. So there we go. All right. So let's check out what we have now, because obviously we did not get all the people we wanted. So there's 4 centers. There's our 4 wingers. There's our 4 wingers there. Was there a defenseman that took a hit as well? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we need 2 more defensemen there. What I will do is sign Ainafelt now to a entry-level deal. There you go. Wait, did we not? 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. Okay. So we just need 2 defensemen. That's what we need, 2 defensemen. Okay. Because all these guys, they can't play. All right, we need 2 defensemen here, and then we'll be good to go all the way to the start of the year. Because obviously we would have liked, you know, something nice, but like a Pietrangelo or a Dadonov or whatnot, but whatever. What do we need? Defenseman. So now there's just these guys. Okay. Or let's just go top overall, I guess. That makes sense. Obviously, we don't want nothing too big. I might just go this. This makes more sense. Let's go with the Fairbrother. I gotta sneeze. There we go. We go with a Fairbrother and a Lundqvist. Why not there? All right, so there you go. Excuse me. Oh, I should. So we'll sim to next season here again. So Fairbrother has accepted, and Lundqvist has accepted as well. What I will actually do, Phil Tomasino. No. What I will do though is I will actually go here to edit player. Would I take this trade? Norris Brandstrom. Okay, I'm waiting for the rest. I'm pretty sure we could check out. Yeah, we could check out the AHL's home. So here it is right here. So this is our AHL home teams. Well, this is their home because it's their white. The Palm Springs Rattlesnakes, even though they're listed on the game as Palmero, there's no Palm Springs. So there you go. So the Palmero Rattlesnakes. So there's Matt Roy wearing the uniform. That's just the home. Well, we'll show the alternates and all that later on, but there you go there. And for those who want to see it, here is Magnus Hornqvist. Here he is. Let's get our first look at our second overall selection. Would I take Norris and Brandstrom for Crosby? Oh my God, if this guy is not Scandinavian, I don't know who is. Look at this guy. The beard, he's got the hair. Oh my God. Would I take Norris and Brandstrom for Crosby? I wouldn't. He is Swedish. That is your ideal Swede right there. What I just saw. No, I would not take that trade. Why can't I move? Game? Oh, well, this is just fantastic, ain't it? Wow. Great stuff, EA. Your game is frozen. Oh my God, really? Really, it's going to do me like this right now? It's really going to do me like this right now. Okay, hang on. You know what we're going to do? I'm just going to close this off right now. This is terrible. This is just awful. What I will do is turn off my controller. And I'm going to turn it back on just to see if that's the fix. And if not... Oh, well, this is just fantastic. All right, well, we can't save it. We can't leave. So I'm going to have to open up another game here, and then we're going to have to rejoin the NHL chat. Oh my god. If this game does not save and I have to redo all of that again, I don't know what I'm going to do. I might end the stream. I'm going to end the stream if I have to redo everything, and we'll just come back to episode 1 on Monday. Or on Saturday, or Thursday, Jesus. I will have to say, though, Tim Stützle has named February's top rookie. He got Rookie of the Month. For all you Sens fans out there. So there you go. So the game had to reset. I reset the game, so I'm just waiting. You guys hear it. But yeah, we're just waiting on that to reload. I swear, if I have to redo everything. The EA servers are down, by the way. I think the entire Xbox servers are down because the Wi-Fi I got here is just sick. All right, let's see what the last load point is. I'm looking at it right here. July 1st. Oh my god, we have to do the entire free agent thing over again. Fantastic. Well, this is just a waste of an episode. This is just a waste of an episode right here. Because who do we have? We have no one. Christ, yeah, I know. This sucks. Really. So I'm gonna, I'm just gonna speed through this. Hang on. System. We'll go unsigned. I know Push North can come play. I know you can come play. So there it is there. All right. So I have to get everyone back again, plus Braden Holtby. Thanks, game. Oh my god. So note to self: do not go and note to self: do not go into the AHL team and look at their players until later. So there it is there. So now we have to get, once again, 2 centers. I'm sorry, y'all. This happened. This is garbage. Once again, we're going to try for Louis. And we'll go... Wait, is this Jonathan Dahlen? No. We'll go Curtis Douglas. We're just going to get everyone back that we had. So we had this guy right here. And then what was the last one? I forget the last one. Greer? I'll take Greer here. This guy. And then Nick Baptiste. Oh my god, this is so... I wanted to get to playing games at least today. Like, at least... Or one game. We're not playing the games because it's so boring, honestly. I'm not going to lie. Not boring, but it'd just be tedious to play the game. So that's why we're still going to do the live sim. But... we'll try Julius Bergman if he wants, but... There it is right there. All right. Oh, that was Stegenhaller. Stegenhaller, I believe that was that him there? The guy that we had. I don't know. Was that my test? That was my other test. So Mason still goes there. So Braden Holtby re-signed. So that's it. So we're back to where we were. We just don't look at the AHL team. You got your look, and that's it. All right. So in the system, so we have our centers. We have our left wingers. We have our right wingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We just need 1 defenseman. And then the goalies, I will sign Alefeld there. Alnefeld. I keep saying his name wrong. All right, so we just need that 1 defenseman. And as long as we get him, I'm just going to sim to the start of the year. I'm going to save. I probably should save, shouldn't I? So the defenseman will go 2-way because that's what we want. Let's go... Walford. Let's go to Walford here. So here we go. If we pick him up, I'm just simming right to the start of the year. Marco Rossi for a haul and sort. That wouldn't be that bad of a trade, to be honest. All right, so that's it. So we're just now going to sim. There's that Ovechkin kid. So the Jets did not take Cole Perfetti. So I wonder where Perfetti went if they got that Ovechkin guy. Drysdale went to Montreal. That Ovechkin guy is only top 6 forward too. Interesting. I'm gonna be very honest. I have no clue what these lines are gonna look like, and I'm just canceling all these trades. I don't want to trade right now. I'm not pleased with this team. I'm not like saying, oh, we're gonna win the cup in the first year. I'm not saying that, but I'm okay with this team. I would say okay. That's a good word to use. But yeah, look at these teams asking for trades. It's all just Noel Acciari. People want Noel Acciari, and that's it. All right, come on. Are we almost at the beginning of the year yet? Oh, yeah, it is. Oh, no, it's not. I thought it was. But, yeah. No, but make sure to subscribe to the channel if you're new. You could join the Discord server down below in the description. Let's look at these lines, either if they're good or bad. All right, number 1, get out of here, head coach. Number 2, I know you do good on... So there it is right there. Look at that. The top line, it's not that great. Okay, so that's a -1 as soon as I move that there. So someone's a problem here in the bottom pairings here. Noel Acciari fits best on the second line. That just becomes a +3, so it doesn't even matter anyways. Nisimov also get on there, I'll be honest. Sorensen fits best on the second line, but I'm not putting him unless that becomes a +5. No, it does not, so I'm leaving it there. Craig Smith fits best on the first line. So the first line can become +3/+3. Can anyone play center? I can't put you there. All right. So that's that there. Mikhail Grigorenko fits also on the first line, but does nothing. Although if Sanford goes to the fourth line, it becomes a +3. What happens if I do this? That becomes a 0. Okay. Adam Lowry is also a first. He could be a first-line center as well, but it doesn't matter. Scott Layton's second line. Jesus. So our bottom 2 here aren't that great. That's because this entire game was just like, you're drafting, or you're picking up, basically, bad players. Do I think the Sens will make the playoffs? If they go on a run, they can, I think. Sergachev sits best on the third line, really. Okay. Brodin is also a third-line pairing. Jesus. Justin Hull, he can fit the top 2. All right, and you could also fit the top 2. Adam Larson is also bottom-line pairing. Joel Edmonton's third pairing as well. So this defense ain't looking good, man. Honestly, for those who are here for my Sens one, you know how much I took pride in the chemistry here, and this is not looking good. Mikhail Sergachev should not be on the bottom pairing, 100%. But that becomes a +1/+1 there. All right, I'm gonna leave it like this. Although, what happens? Okay, no, I'm gonna leave it right there. Let's look at our power play. +1/+1. I'm fine with that. Penalty kills, all right. I mean, 3-man, it doesn't really matter. Shootout-wise, Taylor Hall, Russ, I mean, that's all we got. And Holtby and Dalia will be our tandem. Kovalchuk, weighing on. Why is Kovalchuk not playing? No, I ain't having this. Kovalchuk's a left winger. So you're going. I freaked out there because I saw Kovalchuk. I said, no way in hell he ain't playing. Still, nothing works out with these lines, but it's better than putting Sorensen. So there we go. So those are our lines. Crap. Absolute crap. Captains, obviously, like all the teams are doing now, there will be no captains in their first years simply because of, I just don't feel like this team can win the cup at all. So there you go there. And I'll give one to the Wayne train. And why not? Let's go with Kovalchuk. Kovalchuk will be our other assistant. The Wayne train will get an assistant. I might go also with a defenseman, but no, I feel like that's fine. Why is Braden Holtby wearing number 7? Does he always wear number 70? Am I dumb? That's a whack number, but okay. Here we go. So we have 5 minutes left in this episode, but I think I might try and get a game in because now we're just gonna go right through the preseason. We don't have to do any of the preseason anymore, or like all the maths and all that, the money. We don't have to do that no more, so we're all good. So this team's bottom lines are garbage, but our top 2 is all right. So let's see how we did in the preseason, because I'm going to love this. Really. We won every game. All right then. This team, man, this team better show it. I'm not gonna go here. I'm gonna go sim to next game. We'll go play. What if we went to the AHL side first? So we're gonna go to play game here, so I can show you guys the AHL uniform. So here it is behind me. So like I mentioned, here's the home. Basically the Carolina look. Here's the away. My lips now bleeding. Here's the away, and then here's the alternate, and we're the Palm Springs Rattlesnakes. So that's who we are. All right. Now let's go back to the home side. As my lip is bleeding, and I'll show you guys the Seattle home away and alternate. If you guys were here and before the thing crashed on me, you saw. So here's the away. You guys saw the home if you were here, and here's the home. I tried my best to make it kind of look like their normal uniforms, so just believe me. And then here's the alternate here. I went with kind of a wacky look, but I think it's fine as it is. So there you go. So here we go. Game 1. We still got time, so we won't show the standings and all that, so don't worry about it. But here we go. Game 1. We'll do the first 2 games against Pittsburgh and Nashville. So here we go. Game 1 in Seattle Kraken franchise history here at episode 1 of this franchise mode. Let's go. Period 1. Not a good start at all. Oh boy. Scott Layton though scores the first goal. That's the 4th line. That's the 4th. Look at the shot. 17-6. Period 2. We've come back and tied it. Rust on the power play and Kovalchuk. All right, not bad. Period 3. We get the win, and it's Taylor Hall. So our first ever franchise game, our first ever game in franchise history, we win it. It's a comeback win against the Pittsburgh Penguins. God, you gotta love it. There we go. You gotta love it there. But Scott Layton is out until October in 10 days. So that's just fantastic. So here comes Sorensen anyways. Sorensen, after being scratched for the game, putting him in. So it means the only person I could swap him with is Kovalchuk. Fantastic stuff right there. So we won our first game. Big stuff there. Taylor Hall with 2 points. So let's go play Nashville here. And then we'll sim this game, and then we'll just end it because that's it. So here we go. Game 2 against Nashville. We're on the road too, I should mention. So game 2 against Nashville, period 1, 2-2. So we scored. Joel Edmonton scored, Noel Acciari, and then they scored 2, Matt Duchene. So DeLee is getting the start here. So, oh boy. Period 2, it's tied 3-3. Adam Lowry scored the tie. All right, can we get the win again? We do. The Wayne train and Acciari scored literally 20 seconds apart. Pesce scored the empty netter with a minute left. So there it is. 2 straight wins from the boys. And once again, this game screwed me over by making me stop this episode now. So when we're on a run, it always makes me stop it. But so there it is. So we got our first 2 wins in franchise history. We did the expansion draft. We did the entry draft. So we're doing all right. So that's going to do it for me, guys. Thank you guys so much for coming out to today's episode. Once again, it's the first one. We'll be back on Thursday at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time for episode 2 of this series. Yeah, no, great start, and I can't wait for the next one. But that's for the next time in this series. We'll be live. But if you want to come back tomorrow for another stream, we'll be back here at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time for FIFA 21 episode. But anyways, guys, that's going to do it for me. Once again, please subscribe to the channel if you're new or if you're just walking around, continuously watching my videos, not subscribing. And like the video as well. And also, join the Discord server down in the description, or I believe it is in the chat here. So join it there, join it down there. It's fun times all around. You get stream updates and everything. So anyways, guys, that's going to do